This is Zach again, and today I'm going to go over a little bit about how to squat. Basically just getting down and up from a chair, and try to functionally move in a proper form. Everybody's got different types of squatting that they do. You'll see people that round their back over, they'll stick their chest way up, they'll tuck their butt under, they'll let knees all fall in, they'll get their knees too wide. And sometimes people are afraid of squatting, I think, and they really shouldn't be. I mean, think about all the things we do every day that are based off the squat movement. So I'm just going to show you a couple basic ways to get set up. Very basic movement, but there's a lot of technique to it. And take your time. Don't just throw a bunch of weight on the bar. Don't do 100 reps right away if you're just starting out. Keep your repetition low. This is a great exercise for calorie burn, muscle growth, strength gain. It's going to help you in everyday activity. And it's going to help your body really take it up to the next level if you've not been using this movement. So first we'll go ahead, I'm going to step back. I'm going to talk about foot placement a little bit here. Foot placement, I mean, you can do squats pretty wide, you can go pretty close. I like to tell people, let's get the feet about just outside hip width, okay? Your heels, maybe just outside your hips. For most people, this typically is good. All right, toes, I usually have most people angle out just a little bit. I mean, if you're perfectly straight on, that's kind of awkward for people. So I usually have people just slightly flare out their toes, maybe about 20 or 30 degrees. Okay, and just as we talked about in the past with the neutral spine, you always want to keep your spine as close to neutral as possible. So you will brace your core, brace those obliques, make sure you don't have any weird tilt to your hips, okay? So the front position, you're just going to be standing right here. Your abs are engaged. You're going to unlock the hips, set back. Set nice and deep into the squat. And then you're going to push your hips through to finish the exercise. Now, you probably saw that my knees were outside of my legs. From front on view, that's what it looks like. But I'll tell you right now, since my feet are angled outward slightly, I always want my knees tracking where my feet are going, okay? So I'm going to come at you at a different angle. From this angle, you can see that my toe's going out here, and you'll see that my knee actually never goes outside my foot. So when I squat back, again, that knee is directly in line with that foot. Now some people tend to fall in on their squat, and I'll have to tell them to push their knees out. Okay? Not very often do I find people push their knees out too far, but it's definitely a possibility. If you find that when you're squatting, the insides of your feet are coming up, you're probably a little too wide. Again, you want it nice and even with the leg and the foot. So if your foot's straight forward, then yes, your knees are going to be directly forward. But if you have that slight bend, that slight angle outward, make sure the knees are going out. Okay, I'm going to go to the side view for you guys. And, same position on the feet for you. Again, tight core. Get those obliques firing because we don't want to be here and we don't want to be here. We want to be neutral, okay? And once you get that neutral spot, let's tighten everything up. Brace all the way through that core, okay? Abs are tight, just like the hip hinge. You're going to just let the hips sit back. And if you notice, my spine goes with my hips. Throw the arms forward. Hold. And then drive through the hips to finish. Now, if you've got a bar on your back, you can do that as well. You can do front squats. Those are definitely getting more advanced. So just work on the basic squat for right now. Remember, you want to weight on the heels, okay? Hips go back, knees out if your knees are falling in. Always keep your knees in line with your ankles and drive through the hips on the way up. Always keep a neutral spine. Do not round your spine in either direction. Don't excessively hyperextend your spine or don't excessively flex your spine, okay? Really focus on that. Again, abs tight, hips back, weight on the heels, and squeeze the glutes through. Again, just be really careful. Keep your reps low to start. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, guys.